with us this month Silvana Klaassen, who's going to speak to us about carbon tax. Now, Silvana, you've published, I think, 2 articles already in Electricity and Control. The latest one's coming out in the September edition. But what I thought I'd ask in the first instance is, tell us a little bit about who you are, who you represent, and how the interest in carbon itself, and we understand the problems with carbon, where did that come from?
Okay, well, first of all, I am originally from the Netherlands, hence my accent. I have been interested in climate change already since 2007, because that was then I had my first exposure to a project entailing that topic. And then I had the opportunity to move to South Africa 6 years ago and to join a company to become an assessor of clean development mechanism projects. That is part of the Kyoto Protocol topic, a mechanism to earn carbon credits. But without going too deep into that, because we've got only limited time, I have started my own company beginning of this year, which is specializing in carbon and energy solutions. It looks at decreasing your energy bill and to lower your carbon footprint and to stay compliant in this very dynamic world of increasing environmental legislation. That is, yeah.
Oh,
in short,
sounds fascinating. So the key thing is, one element is compliance. The other element is, can I say, it's not just about compliance, it's how do we do the right thing? And the right thing, if we do it properly, I would imagine, reduces your carbon footprint and also makes you more efficient. So maybe just talk us through, what would you do as a normal South African company to really deal with this issue?
Yeah, that's indeed very relevant here in South Africa, because in South Africa the electricity or the energy mix is very high carbon intensive. So if you can at the same time reduce your energy bill, but at the same time also reduce your associated carbon footprint, and therefore you can reduce your carbon tax liability. So you will have to pay less tax and you will save on your energy bill.
That's brilliant. And can I ask now in a more sort of personal way, what is it that your company would actually be able to do with South African industry?
We can help South African industries to do energy assessments, so we can map out what their current energy consumption and profile is, and we can come with low-hanging fruit solutions, as well as longer payback energy strategy advisory to take the whole energy household of your company to focus on it and to come with a whole range of solutions ranging from short-term till payback to long-term payback. And we would also advise you on, we are able to offer companies to help them with the headache of staying compliant with all the increasing rules. I mean, the carbon tax is a perfect example of this ever-increasing regulations that are coming up, and I think it is also a result of global pressure, because all over the world, companies, the environment is becoming more, it's becoming higher on the agenda. And in South Africa, we also have other challenges like social challenges, but my personal belief is that the moving towards a greener environment and improving the lives of society, communities, can definitely go together.
I think there's no doubt about that. And just the last question I'd love to ask you is, do you see an increasing interest and a commitment within the South African context? Because I think very often if you go back in time, people say, why do I do this? I don't understand. They don't perceive the benefit. Have you seen that improving?
I definitely, the commitment from industry is always, they are always a little bit paranoid, if I may say so, because with a lot of regulations comes a price tag.
That's right.
But what you can see from the government perspective is that there are, the regulations are coming, they are being prepared. I mean, first there was the bill, the carbon tax bill. Now in June there was the regulations on carbon offsets, which is a component to the bill. It indicates that the preparations are taking place for more stringent regulations. And of course, I understand from a company perspective that the carbon tax in itself is not something to celebrate on, because it just simply means a higher expense on their expense list. But I think in the end, when mechanisms such as the ability to offset your carbon emissions by projects that help to reduce the net greenhouse gas concentrations in the atmosphere, I think in the end it is a long-term positive.
So the bottom line is, if people start thinking about these things strategically now, they can do a couple of things. First of all, benefit the environment. Second of all, you can start saving money, but you've got to get your head into this thing and say, we are going to tackle this. Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes.